it's just you and me today, and I'm so looking forward to spending 10 minutes with you doing some morning mobility. These are just some really gentle, energizing moves to start your day. And it's all standing, so you don't need anything for this workout. This would be a great way to start your morning. It would also be a fantastic way to get up from your desk and just take a 10-minute break without having to pull out a mat or anything else. So let's get started from head to toe. We're gonna begin with some shoulder swings. So just bringing one arm to the front, one arm to the back, like so. And we're just getting a nice big range of motion at the shoulder joint. While we're doing this, can we just start to think about pulling those ears back over the shoulders? So as we're mobilizing the upper body today, can we think about keeping that beautiful stacked alignment? Now let's start to dip the knees a little bit and get a little more momentum going. One arm's going way up high, one arm goes behind. Totally normal to have one arm or shoulder that moves a little more than the other. Let's let the head follow and start to twist one shoulder back as well. Now we're getting a little bit more into the spine, still bobbing around loosey-goosey for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. So let's take our right hand, place it on the abdomen, and we'll try to keep the ribs anchored down over top of the hips while we do one big shoulder circle. Now, if you've got a wall and you want to take this next level, you can step next to the wall and use that wall to really force you to move through the shoulder joint without compensating. If you don't have a wall, don't worry about it. Same thing, up and around. And think about drawing the biggest circle possible without turning your torso. So how far back can it go before you have to rotate at the shoulder to pull it back around? Let's switch direction. Backwards now and come to the front. And we're keeping those feet grounded on the floor, really trying to keep the rest of the body fairly still so we can kind of isolate that shoulder joint. Let's switch sides. Bring your left hand to your abdomen, up, twist, and come all the way around. Feel free to go to a wall if you've got a big patch of bare wall. I know it's tricky to find those bare wall patches, but when you have one, savor it. Let's go up and around and behind. A couple more this way and we'll switch directions. Now thinking, does this side feel different? Does one shoulder feel like it's smoother than the other? And now reversing, coming back to the front. I'm pressing into my toes and the arches of my foot, keeping my body as still as I can. Couple more there, maybe one more. Let's just swing them now, big forward arm swings for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's go back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, let's move it down to the pelvis and the hips now. So take your feet about hip width apart. Let's just start making some pelvic circles. Nice and easy here. As big as you can. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your pelvis now, and you're letting your spine kind of round and extend and do whatever it wants to do to move that pelvis. Switch directions, other way. Big circles. You might start to feel some stuff in the groin, the inner thighs, lower back. 2 more circles this way. Those look great. So good. All right. Now, a fingertip to a wall or a chair can help here. We're going to do a hip rotation now. So we'll bring the hip up, rotate it out to the side, rotate it back, and then pull it to the front again. Up, rotate out to the side, turn that knee back and bring it behind you and bring it to the front again. Keep going like this. It doesn't have to be the world's biggest circle. Instead, could you focus on keeping the rest of the body relatively still while you do these circles? Out, all the way back to the front and pause. Other side, leg up, out to the front, rotate it around behind you without doing a wild extension here, and pull it back through. So got lots of action through those hamstrings, hip flexors, glutes, and we're trying to stay fairly still with the rest of the body, okay? This gets a little easier the more you do it. One more on this side. Around, rotate, 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 and come back. Oh wait, we're gonna do the same thing one more time, but the other direction. Bringing that first leg up, this time bring it back. Circle it all the way around and to the front. Bring it all the way back into hip extension. Rotate it open and bring it back to the front. 3 more like that. Go ahead at your own pace. If you're going a little faster, that's okay too. Just don't go so fast that you're swinging. We really want to do this focusing on those muscles moving the joint. Switch sides again. Coming back, opening up and to the front. Coming back, opening up and returning to the front to flexion. Pushing back into extension, opening up and coming to the front. 2 more. Pushing it back, big circle, opening it up. 1 more time. Pushing it back, big circle, opening it up. So good, and bring it down. All right, that feels really good, but a lot of work. All right, now everything's warmed up. Let's get into some bigger movements to really energize you. We're gonna start with a triple extension squat. So we'll do that same shoulder extension as we squat, and then reach up and all the joints extend. Reach back, reach up. And if you're really brave, you can go ahead and look overhead and really get everything reaching up. Don't worry if you stumble. It's shifting positions with momentum. We don't need perfect balance. Do your best. You could come just to here if that feels a little safer. Let's do 5, 4, 3, really reaching up, 2, 1. Okay, great. Now, bringing the feet to about hip width, let's tuck the chin back and start to roll down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Oh, nothing feels better in the morning than an inversion. Hang out here for just a second. Let's walk the hands over to one foot, and we're going to bend and extend the knees. Bend and extend the knees. Any amount that feels good. You could do just a little bop, or you can come a little bit more squatty here. Let's walk over to the other side. Bend and extend. So we're just tugging a little bit on those calves, hamstrings, getting those knees going. 1 more time. Back to center, and then roll up, pressing into your feet, tucking your tail, coming all the way up. This is where my hair is gonna get crazy and we're just not gonna care about it. So let's do that again. Tuck the chin back, roll down, come on into that forward fold. Feels so good. This time what we're gonna do is rock forward and back a little bit. So we're coming back to those ankles again. So bring your hands to the floor if you can. Come up into a calf raise, lift the heels, rock back, lift the toes. Feel a big calf stretch and hamstring stretch. Now if your hands don't touch the floor, no big deal. You can face a wall and use it for a little bit of support, like so. Or hold on to your shins, which will be a little trickier, and just do your best. Let's do a couple more times, lifting the toes, and then rocking to lift the heels. 2, just let your head hang. 1 more time, pushing into those toes, rock back and roll up nice and slow. Does that ever light up the hamstrings, right? Okay, 1 more time and we're gonna come into a squat in this one. So let's go ahead, rolling down first, tuck the chin, roll all the way down, hang out there and enjoy it for just a second. Let your head really dangle. Let it just be dead weight on your spine. Begin to turn your toes out a little bit to prepare for a squat position. Now we're gonna try to turn the thigh bones out and keep the knees reaching out to those middle toes as we come into squat. We're in a nice deep squat now. Hopefully your heels are on the floor. If your heels won't come to the floor, you can roll up a yoga mat and just put it behind you to prop your heels up. And that'll be really helpful for this deep squat and then this bootstrap or squat to forward fold. Let's take a second and just push the elbows into the knees here. Come up at any point if you need to. Try and hang out with me here and let's just wiggle around, mobilizing in the mobility work. Just moving and shifting, letting the hips kind of intuitively rock side to side. Let's extend the arms out. That feels great. And bring the hands to the floor. Lift the bum up into that forward fold again. Hang here. It's just like your recovery or rest position almost. And let's do that again. Just coming down into the squat. Eyes up, chest up, pushing the elbows into the knees. Breathing here. Extend the arms if you can. And then coming into that forward fold again. Head is hanging. We can rock. You can pedal the knees. Whatever feels good here. Sway the hips. Let's come into that squat one more time, coming all the way down into that squat. Hanging out here, let's push the elbows into the knees a little bit. Take a few breaths here. Feel the ankles, the knees, the hips, the spine, everything working all together. One more inhale and exhale here. And into that forward fold one more time. Plant the heels, let your head dangle. Beautiful little sway side to side, and then tuck the tail, press into the feet, and roll up nice and slow. So we should be working up a sweat by now. Let's get into the hips a little bit more before I send you on to your day. Take the left foot, step it back, but then tuck your bum under. So we're really focusing on getting a stretch here, not on doing a regular lunge. So we're gonna tuck the bum under, slide down until we feel a nice big stretch here. Extend the arms up, looking up towards those hands, and step together. Other side, we're just gonna alternate. Take the right leg back, tuck the bum under, slide down, reach the arms up, and step together. Let's do that again. Left leg back, tuck the bum, slide down, reach the arms up, even a little behind you if that's possible, and step together. So we're hanging out down there, pushing a little bit towards that uncomfortable place. Let's do that again. Step back, woo, tuck the bum, slide down, reach the arms up, breathe, and step together. So good. Let's do two more on each side. Step back, tuck the bum, push the pubic bone towards me, slide down, reach the arms up. I know I'm going painfully slow. It's on purpose. We're going control of those joints. Tuck the bum, slide down, reach the arms up. One more per side. You're so close. Step the left leg back, tuck the bum, sliding down, reach the arms up, and step together. Ready? Last one like this. Step back, tuck the bum, slide down, reach up, reach up, reach up, and step together. You are done. Give it all a little shake. I hope you feel energized, a little buzz from head to toe. Have a great day. See you next time.